If you click this video right now, don't bother watching this. Oh, wait. Don't watch this if you're not open-minded and you don't have the heart for the people and their successes. Calling out supervisors, coaches, teachers, volunteers, coordinators, or maybe a parent yourself, or even our future leaders. Whether you're one of these things or roles, or all of these roles, one thing remains true. You are a leader, whether you have a position title or not. In this video, I'll share some sharings about the 5 levels of leadership. Hello guys, and thank you guys for sticking out in this inspirational leadership video. For everyone's context, I'm a leader myself and was trusted enough to train some members or even leaders in some organizations or communities. So allow me to share one of my cringy pre-recordings on how I present during our specific leadership training I organized back then. It's not exactly the good version of myself, but it will do. So, let's go! I'm about to do something that I'll be regretting for the rest of my career and my life. Hello guys and ladies, and thank you all for attending in this webinar session where we will discuss the 5 levels of leadership, a book published by one of the popular leadership and best-selling authors, JohnCMaxwell. This webinar's purpose is to share and give you leaders out there a little bit of awareness as to what kind of a leader are you depending on the levels I'm going to present. So if you're not an open-minded and does not want to listen to a certain nobody like me, you're free to leave this webinar session if you don't need this type of online training. Thank you. Before I begin, some reminders. Kindly mute your mic during our mini webinar training. Kindly open your camera if you want to join me in my embarrassment on what I'm going to do. And feel free to post your questions during our webinar for our question and answer later on. And I'm pretty sure that I'll bore everyone here to death and hate me for wasting their time if I had to skim and explain the entirety of this presentation. So I'll try my best to summarize the idea of this webinar and what, how, and why we need this type of self-awareness leadership training. So let's get started. So we will discuss the overview of the 5 levels of leadership, recap on what we did before we did this post-webinar, and some post-conclusion and other remarks. Sorry, and where are my manners? I'm going to be your webinar speaker for this mini online training. For those who don't know me, my name is Marylyn Lajato, one of the former development leaders in this organization, and still single as of June 2022. Do bear in mind that my version of leadership is a process and not a position type or the person themselves. For me, there's more to leadership than meets the eye, and let's discuss it further. And to maximize our time, we can learn more about these levels of leadership once I'll send you the link, and you're free to read, understand, and even share and use it as your training material for your team members if you want. So as you're seeing right now in my screen, there are 5 levels of leadership in this triangle. Level 1 is considered one of the lowest or very bottom of this diagram, yet its space is quite large, while the level 5 is the highest, yet its space is quite small. I'll explain the reason for that later. Let's start with level 1, which in general meant people follow you because they have to, or in what we usually know, bosses. In organization or corporations, it's a harsh reality that anyone can be promoted to leadership positions based if they perform well in their current organization. And it's also a reality that we or anyone can accept these promotions because we always think that there's a salary increase or increasing our influence in our ends. The question is, do you experience having difficulty working or coordinating with your team because of their low morale especially now in these times? Are there times that your team members are even backstabbing you or saying bad things with the way you handle the team that you are not aware of? Sorry to break this to you, but the worst type of leaders are those leaders who think they are doing well, carrying the team, and there was no one or at least few members within his or her team raising these issues because, well, from their perspective, what's the point? And sad to say, but one of the most reasons why people leave organizations is because of this type of leaders in the first place. Retention is poor and attrition is high. So, if you think that you're a level 1 leader, well, it's up to you if you want to do something about it. Whether you keep doing what you are doing, and if you think you are doing is right, or adapt to how exactly a leader should act. I know that most of us promoted in leadership positions are not exactly the ideal and higher performer leaders that our organization needs. But if we want to minimize many of us clocking out exactly at 5 p.m. or earlier than that, hesitating to share on small or medium groups, and a certain team member does not want to share his or her sentiments of being stuck in one project or having too much workloads, we need to do something about it. Aside from a simple team building or providing monetary value as a short-term solution for making these people stay. Okay, enough with the drama, sorry about that. So let's proceed with level 2. Level 2 is permission or relationship level, where people follow you because they want to. So this means this level is a good indicator that our leadership is doing well because majority of our team members wanted to help one another instead of waiting for go signals from higher ups or direct supervisors without feeling burdened or threatened about it. It also increased our energy level and passion to do more because people are willing to give their best efforts because they know the leader wants the best for them. Above all else, good leaders are open. They go up, down, and around their organizations to reach people. They don't stick to established norms. They're informal, they're straight with people, and they make it a religion to reach out and be accessible to people. Though there are some downfalls if we are only level 2 leaders, like this can be frustrating for high and independent achievers. Well, here's the catch though. When you drive people to achieve without slowing down to build relationships and focus too much on their work outputs, like every day they felt like robots and most of their time was focused on work, well, a part of them will want to see you lose. Not just as you as a leader, but in your whole individuality. But before anything else, I'd appreciate it if you can hit that subscribe button if you want to see me embarrass and humiliate myself while I'm presenting as a leader in front of you guys. Next is level 3, which is the production or results level leaders, which people follow you because of what you have done for the organization. Where you already proven your credibility not just within your team but to the whole organization. You lead by example, and your ability to get results tends to silence your critics or negative outputs about you and build your reputation. So one of its downside of level 3 leaders are often feeling burdened or easily burned out if management or other people raise their bar or expectations to the roof, and it also required them to make difficult and harsh decisions sometimes, even if meant compromising good relationship for some team members they know. Next is level 4, which is the people development or reproduction, which people follow you because of what you have done for them, or in my cheesy dictionary, our legacy. People development leaders set them apart from most leaders. Why? In a competitive business world, the ability to develop people to the point that out of their own volition that they have shown their capabilities more than just being a in-line candidate leaders really makes them the difference between two organizations competing to succeed using similar resources. So even if organization A and B are big-time industries and offers the same monetary perks, The leaders and how they train makes a difference to determine the success of these organizations regardless. And last is our level 5 or our pinnacle or respect level leaders because they have proven to their people that they will be followed because of who you are and what you represent. And that's all I can share with our post-webinar session. I hope you learned a thing or two, not only in the aspect of leadership, but in your daily non-leadership lifestyle as well. This is Marylyn Lajato, a people person advocate who wants the best interest for you. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!